Good morning, everybody. Andy here. Just wanted to do a quick update since very little has changed. As you can see, we're at 4,736,801,288 dinar in our trading account. Still have purchasing power of 128,460,495. We will be adding to this as we have already sent in the paperwork for Asia sale, and we will get 1 dinar per share. So we'll be adding 138,012,830 dinar to this number right here, and we're hoping that we're at the end of this. There's no way to know for sure. The news has been phenomenal lately. The auctions are ending. I guess tomorrow they will end, and so no more auctions. We'll see how that goes, and hopefully I'll have some great news over the next day or two. Unless something happens prior, this will be the last update for this year. I really meant to do one prior to Christmas and wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Time got away from me. I couldn't let the year end without giving you an update. And I wish everybody a happy and prosperous new year. And we'll see how that unfolds for us this year. And I don't really do New Year's resolutions, so I don't really have anything at all that I am saying I'll do next year that I haven't done this year. I do ask for a lot of patience for myself. I'm not a real patient person, and but I'm always hoping for that and striving to be a little more patient. But other than that, this is going to be your update, and we're just going to take it from here. I'm not going to do the daily reports. Too many of you have let me know that it's kind of boring, and there's not really that much to it anyway. But this number here was a little higher one day last week. I don't remember what day, but it's still floating out there pretty good since we only have 2,016,000,000 invested. So it's still well over 100% increase. And one of the big questions I get is, what are the plans? And I thought I had talked about this a couple of times. It's our initial plan, once there is at least 1-to-1, is to pull out, if we get the other 130 something, so it'd be well over 250 million. My plan would be to pull 250 million from here, and we'll just see what happens with this. I was going to try and figure out, I know it's probably a little over 6,000 per block at 1-to-1. Again, I only use that as an example. That is our minimum. If something happens and they do like I expect to happen, then it would come out at roughly 76 to 80 cents per and move up from there, and we will have to wait for it to go to $1. I have no idea what to expect. That's just my speculation. I don't have anything serious to back it up, but again, all of this has to adjust as well. All of our shares, you can't have AsiaCell being a multi-trillion dollar company. It's just not going to happen. So they have to adjust all of this if they adjust the rate. So deleting the 3 zeros is my guess. And there are speculators out there who think it's still going to be $3 and something, and I can't say they're wrong because none of us really know. And they haven't come out with anything to tell us one way or the other. So we're just going to have to wait and see how all of this goes. And I just think there's going to be an across-the-board adjustment. And either way, if that does happen, if it remains right here at this point when it happens, then we'll pull 125 million out. If it does the other way, we'll pull 250 million out, and we'll see how that process works, how long it takes, and we'll have a better understanding and be able to plan more accordingly once we've gone through the initial process. But my plan is, which was the plan from the very beginning, is to pull dividends when they're paid and distribute those dividends. If the dividends aren't high enough, then what we'll do is we will somehow start selling pieces of this off, because I believe what's going to be happening once this does take place, this is all going to skyrocket. These prices, the values, the highs, it's just going to keep going up, up, up. So we're sitting at 4.7 billion. We could be sitting at 6.5 billion, 8.9 billion, 12 billion. I mean, there's no telling how high this market could go, if it goes up at all. I truly believe that it will. So we'll pull pieces of this just so we have funding and continue to get funding, whether that's once every 6 months or however it is. I don't know how great the dividends are going to be. If what I am suggesting actually happens, then we would only, they cut the 3 zeros, then you're looking at 138,012 shares. So paying 1 dinar per share at dollar to dollar, then you're looking at 138,000, not even worth pulling to distribute among over 13,000 times. So we'll have to see how all this plays out. If that is the case and those were our dividends, then I may add, we may sell 100,000 BGUC or 100 million, but it'd be 100,000. We'll have to see how this plays out. I want this to remain here for at least 5 years and try to just pull dividends and pay out dividends, pay out those funds for the next 5 years. Okay, that's not saying we will, and there are a lot of factors depending on it, and I frustrate some people. I know it. I wish I could give you a more solid answer, but without knowing, we just don't know. So it's very, very difficult to say, here's what we're going to do, here is how we're going to do it, when we don't know yet what to expect. Once this takes place, once the dust settles, then we can set up an actual game plan for what we're going to do. And sadly, there's only a handful of these that actually pay out dividends. So we may sell off, if the funds aren't coming in like we hope, we may sell off those that do not pay out dividends first, and hold on to the ones that do pay out dividends, which AsiaCell does, BGUC, BMNS, IBSD, BBOB. I think IMAT pays dividends as well. So there's only a couple of them that don't. But again, they can stop paying them out. So we'll just have to see what happens and go from there. But I don't want anybody thinking that we're set up to do ABC when it could turn out to be XYZ. And there's just no way to know until everything does actually take place. There's lots of talk out there. There's lots of speculation out there. I tend not to speculate too much, and I would rather see what's before us before making any concrete rules as to how this is going to play out. I hope that makes sense to you. Again, I'm not trying to be evasive in my answers. I just have to wait and see exactly. I mean, we could set up scenarios. If this happens, then we'll do this. If that happens, then we'll do that. And it's really a waste of time as far as this part goes, because we just don't know what to expect. So be patient. Hopefully in the next few days we have an answer as to what to expect, and we'll just go from there. I'm not going to get into anything else. I wanted to do an XRP update. Boy, is it in the toilet right now, but still about 300% from when I did my video. I think XRP is headed to over $10 this next year, and we'll see where that goes. But I wanted this to just be about what's going on here. So with that said, I truly wish you a very happy new year. If I don't put out another video, there's one reason I would put out another video, which would make it a very, very happy new year. Anyway, this is it. I'm going over gainers and losers, so we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. We got a couple of more days possibly, and hopefully we'll have some answers. I am cautiously optimistic, and hope you are too. Until next time, God bless you all. Have a safe, happy, and prosperous new year.